Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again with another episode of Mission Maracana, the World Cup Road to Glory here in Xbox One. We're doing okay at the minute. We've made some improvements to our South American side and we're trying to get out of the group stage today to try and push on into those knockout stages to try and win the World Cup for the second time. Now, before we get heavily into it, if you want to check the description, you'll find yourself a link to FUTcoinking.com. If you want any Ultimate Team coins, be sure to head over there. It's an automated instant service. You'll receive your coins in seconds, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout, CHES, so that they know that I sent you, and you'll also get a 5% discount for using that code as well. Now, we opened one pack there to show that we lost, unfortunately, the previous game, but we're in the group stage still. I've kind of rotated things around. We've now got a full European side and a full South American side, so that we're constantly rotating, because I don't have enough core quality South American players to have one single squad and rotate players in and out. So we're just effectively just going to rotate the full 11. But to come up against a very, very strong side in this first game, Karim Benzema's man of the match is man up top. We almost get on to a fantastic start with Candreva trying to get on the end of that cross, but unfortunately the goalkeeper comes out to get it. And then upgraded man of the match Perisic comes very, very close with his shot from distance. I've actually got two players now that are in this starting lineup that have been upgraded to the man of the match stage. We've got Perisic out there on the left, and of course Edin Dzeko as well up top, who himself is going to have a chance here. Gets a great strike behind it, but again, not really too much accuracy in the shot, and that was starting to become a bit of a worry as we headed through this game. It wasn't the most entertaining of games. There weren't too many chances at either end. This guy was very, very good at attacking, but he couldn't quite find his final ball, and we were getting to the chance of having a shot, but not necessarily finding the right shot when we get in front of goal. Dzeko, of course, doesn't have the pace to race away from defenders, so I was having to take a few shots from distance, as you've seen so far, and we're going to have another chance down the left-hand side here with Jordi Alba. Of course, he's got Candreva in the box to try and aim for. He stands the ball up. So that's the Dzeko on the edge of the box, and if that had flown tops, I would have gone absolutely mental. But it was unfortunate from Edin Dzeko. Still not quite able to find the target. We stay at 0-0 as we headed into the second half. Marquinhos is going to find himself on the edge of the box here, and he's kind of going to float around a bit. Neither side are able to really get a hold on the ball until Jordi Alba wriggles his way past a couple, finds João Pereira, nice ball inside to Perisic, good shot, well saved, but Virinha's on the follow-up on the far side. The Wolfsburg player, who of course is playing well for us in the My Player series, an episode of which was uploaded earlier on this afternoon if you missed it, and he grabs the only goal of the game here to give us a win in the group stage. Set us off perfectly. That's one win and one defeat from the opening two games of this particular group stage endeavour, and as always we'll be opening 3 packs to reward ourselves for getting a win in the group stage. First up though, the one guaranteed player pack, which unfortunately doesn't hold anything too exciting in it. Kujachel, perhaps. I'm not really too good when it comes to South Korean pronunciations, but he's not going to get used in an Asian side. But a player that most definitely is going to be used is the 88 rated upgraded informer Angel Di Maria from the matchday informs on the normal foot. He's going to go straight into that starting lineup. Apologies to Kaká, but he's been demoted, will be removed from the squad, and 88 rated Angel Di Maria will go into the starting lineup, sat behind the upgraded international man of the match Alexis Sanchez up top. So we do have a very, very strong front line in that side. Of course, we've got the 87 rated upgraded international man of the match James Rodriguez on the left-hand side as well. We still need a right mid. We've only got Enner Valencia out wide right, as you can see on your screen now. But it is a strengthening side. Could do with some better centre-backs. But Maicon's making his debut at right back. Could do with some better centre-backs, a better right mid, and perhaps a Ramirez or so for the holding role. But Gary Medel and Javier Mascherano are going to be our two holding midfielders as we head into the second and final game of the episode. He's got a very strong side. He himself has got James Rodriguez on the left, Cavani and David Silva as the front three. Upgraded Matuidi in the middle, as well as the upgraded Jan Vertonghen at left wing back. He's playing 5 at the back, so I was expecting him to be quite hard to break down, and in fact he got off to the better start, getting a great header from a corner there to put him 1-0 up after Jerome Boateng rises above the rest of my defence and heads the ball into the back of the net. But we were going to strike back. Gary Medel plays the ball around here into James Rodriguez. Some nice football being played. Lovely ball out wide from Alexis Sanchez into the run of Felipe Luis. Stands the ball up, and there is Angel Di Maria to pick himself up a goal on his debut. A great header. Doesn't really score too many headers in real life, but he's there for us. And of course, heading on this World Cup DLC is particularly overpowered. So we'll just take advantage of that while we possibly can. So, and Di Maria's going to get set away again here and pick pick up a second goal on his debut. We bounce back 2 goals in the space of 10 minutes, and we come from 1-0 down to 2-1 up. And we're going to extend that lead here. Di Maria involved yet again. He's going to play a lovely lob through ball across to Javier Mascherano. Keeper comes for it, but doesn't claim it, weirdly. So I managed to keep possession just about as the goalkeeper flies in at me twice. Square the ball. It's actually Gary Medel who's going to beat Cavani to it and rifles it into an empty net to give us a 3-1 lead just before half-time. And we still weren't done with the first half as the next clip's coming up. Gary Medel involved into Angel Di Maria. Steps away from one challenge, steps away from a second. Does a cheeky little Maradona turn inside the third and then rifles the ball into the bottom corner. He grabs a hat-trick on his debut to give us a 4-1 lead as we headed into the second half. And the goals still weren't done for this game. He's going to come back at me in the second half, but not before we're going to have a chance of our own. We're trying to create something with Alexis Sanchez, but he does get the ball nicked away from him from Jerome Boateng. Blaise Matuidi into James Rodriguez, into Cavani, gets a couple of lucky breaks here, rebounds back off a couple of shins, finds himself breaking free in the Uruguayan, pops it into the bottom corners to bring him back to 4-2. I still felt comfortable, though, of being able to come out with a win in this game until this happened. He gets a corner, whips it in, and it's Laurent Koscielny this time. Great header down off the bar, and that's a goal from a header from 2 of his 3 centre-backs from corners, and it's 4-3, and he was on the attack again in the last few minutes. You can see we're into stoppage time now. Alexis Sanchez, great ball over the top for Di Maria, perhaps going to try and get his 4th goal. Gets the ball taken away from him. Alexis Sanchez pounces on it and gorgeous finish. Really spectacular finish from international man of the match Alexis Sanchez off the post to give us a 5-3 victory in the final group game. Fantastic. We're going to head into the knockout stages with this team, and we'll hope to win the World Cup again for the second time. I asked yesterday in the commentary of this series what we could potentially do for another Ultimate Team series when this is finished, because it's becoming a little bit stale. I have decided to do a player road to glory. I'm just going to try and finalise some rules, etc., and how I'm going to work it, and then that will probably start within the next 2 weeks. We'll keep going with this one, hopefully try and win the World Cup on this particular cup run, and then we might start a player RTG after that with one of the international man of the match players. But that's going to bring this episode to a close, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please do feel free to leave the video a like if you enjoyed. That'd be absolutely superb. There was my player uploaded earlier on today, so check that out on the channel page. There'll be a link in the bottom left hand side of your screen to take you to the previous episode of this series, which was uploaded last night. There was of course my player yesterday as well, so check that if you missed it, and plenty of Chelsea career mode up on the over the past week or so. We'll have more Chelsea career mode tomorrow as we round out the Barclays Premier League season. But we're going to open the 1 guaranteed player pack here. Unfortunately, not going to be anything we're going to use. Again, a Japanese player this time, Sakai, the right back, won't be used even in an Asian side. So unfortunately for him, he's just going to sit and rot in the club. But that's going to bring this episode to a close. Check the description for a link to subscribe, a link to my Twitter and to my Instagram if you want to follow me on either of those platforms. Of course, there's a link to subscribe as an annotation in the top right as well if you want to, or your normal subscribe button. Also check the link to FUT Coin King in the description. Get your Ultimate Team coins over there, really fast automated service, and be sure to use that code CHES for a 5% discount so they know that I sent you. But that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you tomorrow with another episode of this and the Chelsea career mode. But as for now, I will see you next time.